Damn, dude, these turned out good. So this is the new front design on the Hell Yeah Brother V2 shirt. Ooh-hoo!
Dang.
Look at that.
New colors.
Yeah, look at the single turbo.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, son.
100% freedom
Really?
incorporated in every shirt.
100% freedom in this?
Mm-hmm.
You guys heard it. These are available on CleetusMcFarland.com right now. The new Hell Yeah Brother V2 shirts. Get them after the video. Limited stock on the first batch. Go get them. Hell Yeah Brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. What's going on, guys? We are standing here in the shop and we have a toasty Crown Vic behind us. And today, before we get on the dyno with the old Bald Eagle machine, we're going to show you a little bit about Neighbor. As you guys know, he was involved in a couple large fires at Cleetus and Cars. We let a rip tater chip. 4th, 5th, 6th gear burnouts. This thing bursts into flames. And a lot of that reason comes down to this exhaust being pointed right on the tires. So the smoke, from the rubber gets so hot. And when I hit the rev limiter and this shoots a big fireball out, it usually ignites it. So I kind of have control of turning the fire on, which is nice. But when it's on, man, it just burns. And
there ain't no turning it off.
There ain't no turning it off.
Look at the tire, how hot it gets.
As you can see, Neighbor is pretty crispy in his wheel wells here. The paint just kind of melted clean off of it. Probably have to get a new Mountain Dew sticker. Actually, worst of all, look at this. My license plate registration sticker freaking melted off. Damn it, Bobby. This all got melted pretty bad. We're gonna have to get a deck lid for it. But the good thing about these Crown Vics is there's a million of them out there and they're all white already. So to get a bumper or a deck lid is really not that difficult. All you gotta do is find a parts car. So we know old Ed was watching and having a damn good time, but it's time to get his car fixed back up. So a couple things we're gonna try out. So obviously the bumper keeps melting off of this thing and it's more of a nuisance than anything. It's kind of ugly when it melts off. So we're thinking what we're gonna do is a tubular rear bumper. So not only can we do wall taps and stuff, but it's gonna be made out of steel. So it's not gonna be melting off the back of the car. We're thinking how cool it'd be to have a tubular bumper that follows the factory shape of a Crown Vic bumper. Dude, it's so funny how many people hit us up. They're like, put steel wheel wells in it.
They are steel.
Guys, they are steel. That is the most frustrating comment. It's steel. It's not like we have a problem with fire getting in the vehicle.
These aren't like unibody cars with plastic liners.
Yeah,
it's
no, this is the real deal.
Body car and a full steel frame.
They built these things like tanks for the police. So we do have steel wheel wells. That is not an issue. We are gonna seal up a couple things. We did melt some plastic covers out of the trunk. So we are gonna seal it a little bit better. And we are going to put a suppression system in the car to, help put out a fire in case it ever does sneak in the car. But as far as outside the car is, there's not much else we can do. It actually works perfect as it is. And this type of stuff is gonna melt. There's no way around that, but what we can do is do a freaking cool tubular bumper.
Yeah,
it'll be cool to have a crash bar spec too, so we can jack it up by the bumper.
It'd be nice to have the little down panel with a jack pad, so you just quick jack it up real quick to change the tires.
And we won't feel as bad about doing wall taps while we're drifting and stuff because we'll have an actual tubular bumper that can be replaced easily and it's a little bit stronger. But Neighbor will be fixed up. We're gonna get some rubber off him, clean him up real good before, we've got 2 more Cleetus and Cars this year, one in Houston, one in Florida. You can see the dates below for that, but other than that, Neighbor is in really good shape. He's still running great. We did melt the O2 plug wires, and he sounded like he was running really bad, but then we found out that the O2 sensor was reading incorrect, and now he sounds good. So old Neighbor's good to go. He's ready to bog deep.
It's a deep bog.
Again.
That bog's the deepest.
And didn't even have to have Flex Seal.
Nope, no Flex Seal on this one.
All right, so that's your update on old Neighbor, the Clickbait Patrol. So for the rest of you who have always been around this channel, you guys know the C7 is kind of where we started off. This is my Procharged C7 Corvette, makes about 800 horsepower, and you guys know we put that Frankenstein intake on it, this beautiful intake, and when we tried to put it on the dyno, the car started having problems. And if you guys watch Adam LZ, he tried to drive it too, and that's actually when the problem started. So the car was losing high pressure fuel. This car has 2 fuel pumps, one for low pressure and one that builds high pressure because this is a direct injection engine. And it has to have about 2,000 PSI of fuel pressure. If you're, wide open throttle, the car goes to 2,000 or 3,000 PSI of fuel pressure before it goes into the injectors. It's just how these direct injection cars work. Well, we were having problems with our high pressure fuel pump. It took us almost 3 months to figure out the issue, and it all came down to this little guy right here.
Yeah, that check ball that's in here.
Yeah, this thing screwed us. So we checked everything. We checked the low side fuel pumps. We replaced the high side fuel pump, which was $800 for an LT4 pump. We even replaced the injectors. We checked every sensor we could. Checked the O2 sensors. We could not figure it out. So I made a last resort post on Facebook to a couple friends, and a bunch of people commented. They're like, you got to check the check valve in the hard line that goes to the high pressure pump. And turns out there's a stupid little check valve in here, and if you run E85, they can actually get clogged up, and that is what happened. So a $60 fuel line had this car down for 3 months, and it took us that long to figure it out. So if you look right here, you can see this is the new line right here. This is an LT4 line off like a new Camaro, and it doesn't have a check valve in it at all. So probably been an issue, and Chevy fixed it, but because this car was built in 2014, it is a 2015 year. It still had the check valve deal, and gosh dang, it was holding the bald eagles back.
Yeah.
So we drove the car. It runs good. It does now have an LT4 high pressure fuel pump and LT4 injectors, so it can take a little bit more fuel. Hopefully we can make a little bit more power. We got it strapped down on the dyno, and you can see when we were having those issues, you can see when the dyno would run off and it would lose fuel pressure. But James and I just strapped it down and did a baseline pull for Jeremy, and it made 780 horsepower without touching a thing. So it's definitely got some room to go on the dyno today. We're waiting for Jeremy to get here, and he is gonna bog deep. We're gonna see how many bald eagles the old bald eagle machine can make. Should I make like an aborted run on the dyno real quick?
Yeah,
do one and like let off and then okay.
Like 4,800 or 5,000, shop the gas a couple times and then stop.
All right, guys, so we just got the mischievous idea. Jeremy's on his way, and I sent him a video of me doing a pull on the dyno. It made 780 horsepower, right? So I texted him and said, I'm gonna add a couple of degrees of timing, but I know nothing about tuning LT stuff, and he knows that. So he texted me back, look at this. I go, I'm going to add a couple degrees of timing. He goes, no, wait. And then Laz texted him and said, I think Cleetus just blew up the C7. So we're gonna pour some oil on the ground. I'm gonna make an aborted dyno run real quick, and then when he gets here, we'll tell him it blew up. I do like half a pull and then like chop the throttle a little bit.
Go like to 4,800 or 5,000 and just blurp the gas a couple times, and then stop the pull. So this way the graph does like some wonky stuff.
We're such dirtbags.
Perfect. It's got like it's like climbing, it's got a gnarly dip and shoots back up. Oh yeah.
I'll remove the run so it's just the last two.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that looks like it blew up for sure.
Yeah, throw like a quart of oil or so on the ground.
Tell me when.
Keep pouring. All right.
We gotta like make it spray around, look like it's all over the place. He's here. Act like I'm under here with you filming. James here at Flex Steel. We're gonna show you how to repair an LT block today.
I'll show you how to rebuild some rods with this here can of Flex Steel.
Dude, that is some milky oil actually.
Yeah.
That's some nasty oil. I wonder what that's out of.
I don't know, but something that blew up.
Something that blew up, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can grab me some
wow. Hey, so how's it going? Second pull in. I don't know, look at the pull. It was going so smooth. And then it made like a blip. Man, dude, what happened? You gotta go under there and look.
Is there any like metal pieces anywhere?
I don't know.
There's just a corner of the block.
Ugh. That's a sad panda.
Oh my goodness. We're just kidding.
You're a jerk. What is the story?
We found that oil and we poured it on the
You're
ground.
A jerk. You're such a jerk.
So you ready to tune or what?
No, I'm done.
Look,
It's like a bad omen now.
look, I even got the laptop out and made it look like I was actually tuning it. We had to get you in the mood for today.
Oh my gosh.
We even did a false.
I did a false pull. I like 90% throttled it and then like flipped the throttle twice. How'd you feel about that earlier?
I was a little devastated. I was like, hey, you know, if the grenade is pulled and the pin is there, it's better to you than me.
Yeah, at least we were by ourselves. I'm sure you're like, oh, well, that's a...
That's the bullet on that one. Nope, still alive and kicking. Grenade.
That is
still
pretty
pulled.
awesome. I mean, I've been saying this for at least a year, though. If this thing blew up, you know, at any point, it owes us nothing because...
You got your use out of it.
Right? It's been 30... Or
Honestly.
the last 20,000 miles has been almost 900 horsepower with a completely bone stock bottom end. So it has done its job.
The old bald eagle machine has definitely
I mean,
served its purpose.
that is a true testament to your tuning abilities, though. You have kept this thing in shape.
I remember calling you and you were at SEMA and you were like, oh my god, it made that much power. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm going to make it like, we're going to get like 14, 15 degrees of timing. I don't want this thing to get hurt or anything
Yeah.
like that. But
Well, that's cool.
I
with me.
also had no idea at the time how hard you'd push things. You know?
Yeah, we just really met and just started becoming friends.
Hey, it doesn't have methanol. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know how many times.
Racing on the
I'm like,
bridge
no,
with
don't
no
do
methanol. Oh man, gosh, how far have we come since then?
I mean, it really is pretty impressive.
Our friendship has grown very strong. We have a shop together. That's kind of wild, right?
Couple children.
Couple children together. People don't know, but Liam and Christian are also my children. This is an earplug ripper right here.
Indeed.
Procharger screams. $795 already. Dang.
All right, I'm just getting warmed up.
That
kids.
seemed decent.
Yeah, I'm getting warmed up here.
And this is just straight 93, so we're not even on ethanol yet, brother.
Really?
That's straight 93.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right. I haven't even looked at the ethanol content.
Oh.
I haven't like done anything. So.
Oh, okay. You didn't add a bunch of timing or something, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, really?
No, I did just mess around with the injection timing, knowing what I know now.
Versus what you used to know. I mean,
Yes.
you tuned this thing, what, 2 years ago was the last time?
And I will say that technology changes a lot. Tuning strategy changes a lot. So
Okay.
it's just one of those things. All right, so I think we're about 12 pounds of boost. That was 6,300 RPM. Air fuel is still rich.
12 pounds of boost. It used to make like 14.
We got to spin it higher.
Oh, what'd you spin it to on that?
That was 6,300.
Oh, I
and
gotcha.
it is still making power. It is also.
You're telling me it just made 795 at 12 pounds?
I did.
She's gonna pog deep then. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, get it. 800, here we go. Let's go. Well, man, brother. 813 horsepower. Woo!
Have a little teeny tiny.
Yeah,
Degree in there.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
You still didn't rev it out all the way.
No, I didn't. I thought I heard it burble in the middle of the pull. Didn't it sound like it for a second?
I thought it sounded fantastic.
All right. Well,
Hey, better safe than sorry.
yeah. So let's keep chipping away at her, man. We got some ground to cover it, but
We still haven't even done ethanol.
no, that's actually really impressive.
I don't know where it
Really,
picked.
really impressive.
I mean, I guess some of it's got to be the Frankenstein intake.
No, it's definitely awesome. It's definitely awesome. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Oh!
Start up!
Oh! He is doing something in there. There you go.
Thanks.
Gotta get my earplugs in. The bald eagles are screaming today, boys. Doing from back here. Wow. So loud. Consistent. 813 horsepower again. So just kind of maxed out on the gasoline scale. I mean, we're already making way more power than we were last time we were on 93. I think we were making like 790 or 780.
What did it max out with, like 840s?
841 is what it made. I can never forget that number. I used it in so many titles in my adolescent YouTube career. Only the OGs will remember.
I mean, I'm ready to go to the E in just a moment here. I think we're about ready.
Alrighty guys, we put about 10 gallons of E85 in this rig and Jeremy's about to make a rip. So the benefit of running E85 is you can run more timing, which in turn gives you more power, more bald eagles. So hopefully we pick up some good power here. Like C850, I don't know if we'll get there, but that would be sick. Definitely picked up some. Ooh, 835. Hell yeah. Damn, look at how much. Look at the red line. It loves the 85. Loves it. God dang.
I don't know why I just like chickened out and let off early.
Oh.
I should have kept going.
But dude, it loves it.
It does. It does. That really looked good.
Wow, heck yeah, man.
Hey, and that's ideally the way that it was supposed to be. The air cool just laid right over the old one.
Perfect.
Just right over the old one.
So the E85 sensor supplied by Fasterproms did its job. You're already ahead of the game, Jeremy.
Way ahead.
Gosh dang, tuning grandpa at it again. All right, so this is gonna be the last pull, and then we're gonna do one more pull where we take the dirty filter off.
See what she does. So do you want to do it open, or do you want to just remove the filter?
Let's just remove the filter. Or you want to try the turbo guard?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't want to leave it there because the radiator blows hot air into it.
Yeah.
Okie dokes, here we go. Last rip with the air filter, and then we're taking that off, and we're gonna see how much power it'll pick up because it's not that dirty. We've blown it out and stuff, but it needs a cleaning. It's still making 830 some horsepower through it. Just do it back to back. Like do the rip, and then I'll pull the whole filter thing off, leave it running, and then we'll bog it again. The old bald eagle machine is sounding great. She's sounding happy. Makes me happy. Come on, baby. Got 844. Haha. Girl. Damn, right there. All right. I'll take the thingy off. Nice job. All right, I got the filter off, but I'm leaving the elbow on so it doesn't just suck hot air out of the radiator. Man, that thing is pulling some air. Let's get her to 850. Come on, bald eagle machine. You got it. You got it. Come on, baby. Yeah! 858! 724, hell yeah! Damn! Well, I'm gonna go clean that air filter. That's funny.
It's definitely supporting the power longer. For sure.
Yeah, it definitely is holding the power longer too.
Yeah. No, it is.
Like for sure. So 858, 727. But look at this. So instead of it dropping off like the last two have, this one was holding out all the way to 6,800 or so. Gosh dang.
Definitely gained the most up top. So I mean, that's where it's most restrictive. All right.
You're the man, Jeremy. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Before we go, I mean, thank you, Jeremy. Best tuner ever. You got anything live action coming up on your channel there, brother?
Well, unfortunately, we got the teardown of Uncle Sam.
Yeah. This guy's going through engines like he's on our side of the shop.
Man, that hurts. But anyway, I did want to say, hey, please check out our Instagram. We want you guys to help us hit 50,000 on Instagram. That would be
Fasterproms.
Fasterproms on Instagram. And do please check out our channel. It's Fasterproms on YouTube. So thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. Hell yeah, brother. Do it for Dale. That's it. That's all we got. Do it for Dale. Freaking see you later. Woo!